Alright, next Patreon request, and this one comes from Tom Hibbert, who asked me to do a Spy X Family Violent Night crossover. As always, like I've been saying through the Patreon request videos, as always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, where you guys can start sending requests for videos to do here on YouTube. Once you hit the 3rd tier, of course. But anyway, yeah, let's get started with the video. So, this story does involve Violent Night, which is a last year it was a low budget Christmas movie with Dave Harbour as a Santa Claus Viking warrior. It was basically Die Hard. Imagine just Die Hard with Santa. That's just how it was. But anyway, let's get started with the video. So the story begins in Ostania, and basically it is Christmas at the Forger house. It is Christmas at the Forger house, and Anya is ecstatic. She is just lit up, and she's running around. For the past few weeks, she's been on her best behavior because she knows, like, oh, Santa only gives presents to good little children, and Anya is best child. Eee. So Anya is just running around left and right, trying to be, a good girl. Meanwhile, Lloyd and Yor are, like, trying to figure out what to get the kid, because they're like, neither of us have had children, and like in Lloyd's head, he's like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, because, like, I have never had a kid before, and I don't know what to get him. Like, it was hard enough for the birthday, but, like, yeah, this is even more difficult, honestly. So and Yor's never had a kid either, and she wants to be a good mother, but she doesn't know what to get Anya for Christmas. So they're just trying to figure that out. Meanwhile, and right as that happens, they both get called away by their respective organizations. Meanwhile, while this is going on Christmas Eve, and it's also kind of a sad moment where, like, Yor and Lloyd have to, like, tell Anya, like, they got called away at their jobs, and they'll be here for Christmas Day. But it's like, it's Christmas, and Anya's like, but it's Christmas Eve. Aren't we supposed to be together like a family? And they're like, I do not feel good right now. I really, I don't feel good at all about any of this. But they still have to do this, and they promise they'll be here for Christmas Day. Anyway, so meanwhile, while this is going on, up above the skies of Ostania, there is jolly old Saint Nick. This is a year after the events of Violent Night, so this is a Santa Claus who is now, like, revitalized. He's now, like, gone from, I hate everything and this might be my last ride, I don't want to do this anymore, to, hell yeah, I want to keep going. Let's keep going. I want to keep, I want to keep doing this because my youth and not my youth, but, like, my vigor to do this has returned. So yeah, let's keep Merry Christmas to all, and I will bash anyone's head in if they try to harm any innocent children. Anyway, so while he's all, while good old Saint Nick is just kind of like, yeah, I'm motherfucking Father Christmas, go me. What he doesn't realize is that he's kind of flying a little low. He's kind of flying a little low, and Ostania's military has picked him up on their radar, and he's like, oh, that's crap. And he proceeds to force himself to land as anti-aircraft guns start firing on him. And he's like, that's not supposed to happen. I guess the Christmas magic's wearing off a little bit. So he has to land and get the reindeer to safety. Like, he has to send them back to send them to, like, a safe area for a bit and hide them while he tries to figure out what to do next. So good old Santa Claus has to, like, go and hide. And as he's going from building to building, because now the Ostanian military is like, we believe that there is a, enemy of the state that has landed illegally in our country. We're going to go find him. And as he's going from state to state, I mean not state to state, from building to building to hide, he comes past the Folger home, and he sees Anya just sitting by the tree, just all like, "Mommy, Daddy, come home." And he like looks on his list, and he's like, "Okay." So, she falls asleep, and Santa like delivers the toys for Anya. But, like, Anya since she's a telepath, hears, like, Santa's thoughts, and basically is like, "Are you, like, Santa?" And he's like, "Oh, hi, I'm gonna go. It's me, don't worry, but I'm getting out of here, don't worry." And she's like, "Please bring my parents back home for Christmas Day." And he's like, "Damn it. Okay." So Santa has to go, he, like, goes up the chimney, and heads out. He's like, "Well, since I'm here, I might as well, fulfill this request." So, Santa first goes to look for Yor, and he finds her, in the midst of assassinating people, in the midst of an assassination job, and he, like, looks on the list, and he goes, "Naughty, but she's trying to be nice." Alright, I guess I'll help. So Santa jumps in and helps with these, helps against these armed forces that Yor's battling. And after the fight is all said and done, Yor puts one of her blades to his throat and is like, "Now, who are you?" And he goes, "Would you believe Santa Claus?" And she goes, "Actually, I would. Please, lead on, fat man." He's like, your daughter misses you, so you might want to head back there." She's like, "Oh my god, I'm a terrible mother. Thank you, Santa. I wanted to be with my daughter so bad." So she, hugs Santa, and she's like, "I'm sorry, was that too much?" He's like, "No, I'm Santa Claus. I like hugs." So she runs off, and he's like, "Alright, now time to go find Pop." So Santa goes to find Lloyd, and he is in the middle of a spy mission. And if you're wondering how Santa Claus is able to find people, he's Santa Claus. That's why. Shut up. So he finds Lloyd, and he's in the middle of a reconnaissance mission. And then Lloyd has someone get the drop on him, and he gets captured. Lloyd is basically tortured to find out information. However, as he is, Santa comes in with his good old hammer, Skull Crusher, and proceeds to mop the floor with these fuckers. Leading to Santa cutting Lloyd free, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Santa, it's gonna be okay." He's like, "I think I have a concussion." "Yeah, let's roll with that, buddy." So Santa brings him back to his home, and he's like, "Hey, your dad had a little accident. It's all good." And he's like, "Well, my work here is done. I got your Christmas wish, Anya." And because Lloyd and Yor don't really Yor thinks it's Santa, because of course she would totally believe Santa is real. Lloyd's unconvinced. He's just convinced it was maybe some American agent who was sent in to assist him. But nope, goes up the chimney, touches his nose, goes up the chimney, and Lloyd is like, "Okay, fucking sure, he's Santa." And by the end of it, Santa finds his sleigh again and heads out for the night. While again dodging anti-aircraft flak, because he's like, fuck this dictator nation. I'll get kid. Hey, you two. He's calling out to Lloyd and Yor. "You two better figure this shit out, because I don't want to get shot at anymore," as he's flying away. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much the Spy X Family Violent Night crossover. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of it. And once again, I'd like to thank Tom Hibbert for this Patreon request, as well as continued patronage. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.